back to my channel. It's your girl, Great Faith. If you're coming for the very first time, I want to say huge peace out to you. Guys, I'm shooting from Lithuania for those of you that are going to be asking me. Because each time you guys are always asking, where is she shooting from? Are you? I'm not in Cambodia. I'm not shooting from the sky. You understand, really? I'm shooting from Lithuania and I am from Nigeria, for those of you that usually come to ask me. So if you're coming here for the very first time, I want to say you're very much welcome to the huge family. Guys, I know that most of the times you all know us as like we put out a lot of opportunities when it comes to studies, when it comes to jobs, and all of those things. But for today, we want to talk about something absolutely different. The reason is because some things are pressing our throat on our neck like this. So we just think it's something that we should share because a lot of us are in these shoes already. What? These are people that are smiling simultaneously and they go through a lot. So, like I was saying, I have like two amazing guests in the house. Moranica has been here before. You guys saw her, the pretty lady. And also, we have Kinsley. You guys already know him. He's an OG on this channel. So, it's our channel now. All of us are in this together.
We're pushing it.
We are pushing it. So I really want, and we have someone behind the camera, which is Adiola. Thank you so much, girl. You've been amazing.
Hello.
Yeah. So, I think that's all about my introduction. So we have to start from you, ladies first. Then after we go to Kinsley, then we'll unveil the topic we want to talk about today. So, can you please introduce yourself once again to the viewers?
Hi, my name is Morenike. I think we've met before, and I'm glad to be here again. And that's on period.
Nice.
The word period. Let's make it up a period. So for me, it's not a period. It's like nice to meet you again. I think I've been here like 2 times, and it's always like really amazing to be here. My name is Kingsley Okorie. For those that know me on my channel, I'm here. It's our channel. Everything you see is all our channels. So it's good to have you here, and we'll be discussing something really interesting today. So if you've not clicked the subscribe button, click the subscribe button, sit tight, and enjoy this dish we're about to dish out to you guys.
Actually, yeah.
Please.
Thank you so much. So, guys, subscription is given by God in your mind, your life, you're living. Use the subscription, don't be stingy about it. Subscribe before you see me in your dreams. Again, so guys, we want to talk about a very, I wouldn't say it's a sensitive topic, no, but it's a very vital topic. So, we want to talk about parenthood by default, like being a parent by default, as the first child from the African home. Specifically, let's talk about Nigeria. Because if I say Africa as a whole, it's going to bring a lot of like criticism that people will be like, okay, you don't know what is happening in other. So we're just going to concentrate like Africa. So let me start from you, Nigeria to be specific. When did you realize that you're a parent? After they gave birth to
Honestly, let me start by saying that it was not my choice. Nobody asked me. They could have asked me that, oh, do you want to be the first child? I probably would have said,
next, please.
No, thank you. I probably would have said, maybe no. Please, can we go to the next person? Do you get? But it's not like it's bad. It has its good sides and it has its tricky sides. Let me not say bad, tricky sides. When did I realize? I think when I was quite young. Why? I think I was the test subject for everything. I don't mean that in a bad way, but like when it comes to what school we are going to be sending our kids, I was the one writing all the first exams. I was the one doing all the first everything. You get? So when you realize,
for your siblings or yourself?
No, for myself, but they don't have to write as much exams because
before
do you get what I
dive
mean?
in there, what's your position? Because people need to know, like,
Okay.
Because it cannot be a last born that don't used to wash plates and come and be telling people what first born are doing. What's your position?
So I would like to inform you that I am the first child of my family and first female as well. The apple of my father's eyes. Let me say it that way. So I might be extra, but you know, I'm the first child.
Okay.
So, and what do I mean by test subjects? Well, in my family, you know, being the first child, when it comes to what secondary school you're going to or primary school you're going to, you know how we do it now. You write some exams. You probably write an entrance exam to like one school, and then if you pass the exam, you go into the school. So for me, it was like writing entrance exams to like 4 different schools. I write here and here and here, and then I write like GC and I write something and then when I finally get the results and they decide that, okay, this is the school we want you to go, the rest of my siblings just write one exam and just join me in that school.
So you're more like the
Whoa.
pace setter.
You get what I mean?
They send you forward to go and test.
You get. Thank
Go and
you.
test that place.
Love for success.
I'm just like, what? I thought this was going to affect everybody, not just me.
I was wondering why you're jumping on school. So they were using
You're using that to test the
water.
product. Go and test that product.
You understand? That's
Is it
when
okay?
that is when it hits me that my position might be a bit more serious than I thought.
Oh, I see. Okay. For me, I don't want to use unfortunately because my mom is going to my mom is going to watch this video. She's my number one phone. When I say unfortunately, I told you're not happy.
No, I'm sure she would understand. I'm sure she would understand.
They will not. Fortunately, I'm the first child. I don't like this. It's not a good position. If God was to create something else, I will not be at the first place to take that pressure position. I don't want that position. Like she rightly said, you are literally used for everything. Like I don't know if our parents understand that they are using us. Like you grow up so fast, you just become an adult without knowing. Then when we are growing up, when my sibling does a thing, my father will leave them and come and meet me inside the room, come and question me why they did that thing and why was nobody paying attention to them. Like you just carry that responsibility. So I was the first child, and that is why this topic I can relate to 100%. So over to you. Which position are you? Be last one, second one.
Abibi, relax. So for me, I would say it's quite different from you guys because, like,
Okay,
fortunately for you, you guys are like the first daughters and also like the firstborn. So, like, when you're speaking, I see myself in a similar situation, but from a different angle. I am not the firstborn, but the first son.
Well,
You understand? So when you're speaking, I can see my sister, my senior sister, in that position before I get to that age when they're like, okay, give him the mantle. He's of age.
yeah.
So because I mean, one thing generally in an African home or Nigerian home is that once a male, even though it's not the firstborn, but as long as it's the first son, they can allow him to go and play around with his pant. But the moment they feel he has come of that age in their own mind, it may not even be 18. 18 is federal government.
18 is federal, yeah.
18 is federal
in their
government,
mind,
you understand?
not your mind.
In their mind, you understand? So they will see at a particular age and they'll be like, okay, you're no longer a kid. Even though to you, you don't even know what is coming to, before you. But to them, they're like, it is time. You must continue the journey.
Finally.
Yeah.
You might not know as at that time.
As at that time, eventually, yeah, because you're not, they don't tell you this is what is coming. They don't, like, right from time, you don't feel it. You can have, like, see that, okay.
The video say you go feel it.
You'll feel it. So it's more like at a particular age, then they start giving you some sense of responsibility, telling that you are the first son of the house or you are the first son. So you need to act in the absence of your father. And you're like, really? Is this how it works? People did not give me the handout. So that moment, you start seeing, like, the first daughters, it's their responsibility is not entirely transferred, but at the same, it's more like you become the assistant parent.
Yeah.
So that's how I see myself. I'm not the first child of my parents, but I am the first son, and it also comes with its own responsibility that they also see and expect some level of responsibilities from you.
Being the first child, do you think adulthood is a scam? Does it give you like a lot of responsibility?
I mean, I think adulthood is a scam every time.
When you call it a scam, like what is that scam inside?
When I was younger, I always wanted to be an adult.
Even me now. I told my friend I wish I can grow back to be small. She said, God forbid, you're going back home.
You get, like, that's one reason why I think it's a scam, because all of this, the hustle never ends. There's nothing like enough money.
No, they do.
There's nothing like before you even talk about money. I think we're
gonna get there.
Yeah. So let me not rush that part because
we're
going to get there eventually. Because when it comes to the money parts, as a first child,
it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot.
Anyway, But like, adulthood is crazy, and you need as much help as you can get. That's what I would say. As much as you want to feel independent, as much as you want to feel like you're doing things on your own, you can do this. The race is for you. But one thing I always say is community is very important. I don't know if this sounds like I'm, moving away from the topic
You're not
just a
moving
bit,
away
but
from
yeah,
it.
community is very important. So the people you surround yourself with, your role models, the people you talk to, people who motivate you and help you with as little as, oh, hi babe, what's up, are you okay, are you hungry, let me bring you food, or how did your day go, random checkup, people who support you in everything you do.
Yeah, as a mental.
It goes a long way. And a lot of us as Africans or as Black people, we never want to recognize the fact that depression does exist.
They don't. They will run now. Go run now. What are we running?
I'm not running with nobody. I'm not running.
A lot of shit.
It's crazy.
You know, when you say that adulthood is a scam, something came to mind, and that was this viral song in Nigeria back then where they say, "Adulthood na scam, you better get up for your mind." So it's like everyone at some point realized that, man, this thing called adulthood, it's not what they were expecting. Because, like, to be honest, like, we all wanted to grow up real fast back then. Why? Because we want to probably have 2 meats on our food, or we want to.
Remember that question they used to ask us? Where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? Who even brought that question? They will ask you, be like, what?
You like, because you can't even,
all those blah 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 at the end of the. So, at what point, or I want to ask, when your siblings need help as a first son, because a lot is demanded of first sons, in as much as females as well, especially in our Nigerian society. The society is killing firstborns. The prayer, they call it prayer. Pressure is just too much. Do you feel guilty when your sibling needs something and you're not able to provide for them?
Of course, there's this sense of guilt there because before that moment, you've already taken that sense of responsibility. So, with the sense of responsibility you've taken before, you feel that you're responsible for something. So when that demand comes for you to actually play that role of responsibility that you've taken and you're unable to deliver, perhaps just at that moment, there's this sense of guilt you feel. And then it also adds a plus to the pressure of the position where you are. That moment you begin to feel like, damn, am I behind in life? I should have been able to provide this for this person at this point of my life. But then you forget the blessings and appreciations of how far you've come.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is that most of the time we focus more on what we want than what we already have. So at some point I feel guilty, but deep down there should be a sense of appreciation. But we are humans. But to answer your question, to be honest, at some point, like, you feel guilty that you're unable to provide that stuff at that particular time.
Girl, do you think it's your responsibility to take care of your siblings? Not your duty. Duty.
So the thing is, it just happens naturally.
Which nature?
That's the thing. I don't even know I'm sorry that I'm so riled up about this topic because
they vex me. Which natural?
The funny thing is, I don't even know. Funny thing is, I'm not even sure who told me that.
That's the thing.
Wait, who informed me?
So that's the societal mindset I'm talking about. That
because in the Western world, you know, they like that.
Let me bust your bubbles with a story. I was having a conversation with someone here in Lithuania, a Lithuanian, and we're talking about realities of adulthood, just the way we were discussing about it. And when I said something like, I have people behind me that I have to, provide to, if it may not be some vital needs, but there's a sense of seniority that you have to give them, at some point, choke those parental gaps in terms of finances or whatever. And she was like, really? Why they should go work? All man should be for himself, They should have their money. You should have your money. And I'm like,
that's not how it works.
It's not how it works. It's like, no, my money. How will I spend? Will I work my money and give it to them? So what am I to do about my own needs?
But
Then I saw
So do
that
you think it's a responsibility? Back
so
to
the
that
thing is,
question.
yes, I do feel like it is
it
somehow
is.
like
It is.
You think
in the sense. So
you
let me.
feel like that?
Yeah.
Why?
Okay. So it's not
Them
exactly.
born them as them born you.
Yes, I know, but
Mhm.
my own mindset is not just because it's not in the place of, or let me just explain it so I don't get confused. My mindset is to ease the burden on my parents.
Okay, which is what I think most of
Yeah.
us are.
So
And
like,
which is a societal stuff.
It
but
is.
still,
It
like
is.
to ease the burden for my parents.
Because
So like
sorry
the
to
stress
cut
is
you
not
in.
too much.
Somebody said that Africans they give birth as a future.
Plan. I get okay. So
Hmm,
the funny thing is, I think to a degree, I'm actually fortunate. My parents don't ask me for anything.
amazing.
My parents actually don't ask me for anything. But in my own part, I just feel like they don't need to ask me. I should help them with my siblings.
Exactly what I'm talking about. So that is that societal, you know, it's like a psychological.
Standards.
It's like a psychological mantle that you've been given. So even if you're not told, you know,
You
the
feel the need
society
to do
where
it.
you
Push you
grow
to
up,
do
you
it.
know, I mean, we are Nigerians, we are Africans generally. So even if you're not told, your parents may, you know, be comfortable and, you know, provide, but at a certain level, you get to that point where you feel you're up to, you know, taking responsibility of some things. So that time, it's not them telling you, you feel that sense of responsibility
Yeah.
because of the cultural background, because of the society where you grew up from. If you grew up like, if you probably like grew up in a Western environment where everyone is all man for himself, you won't even feel the pressure. The
Mhm.
next thing you'll be thinking of right now is perhaps the next project you want to do for yourself.
Mhm.
But because of the background, you feel right now that I think I've gotten to a point in my life where I need to also help these parents. They've tried.
Yes.
Exactly.
They've tried.
You
Do
see,
they have,
that
do
is
Let's
they
just
what,
be
do
honest.
your
that's what I'm
parents
talking about.
appreciate you?
Of course.
Do your parents
Of course.
appreciate you?
Of course.
That's
Sometimes
so that's the thing that feels good about this thing. As much as you do all these things, the feeling for me, Sha, the feeling that at least I can do something makes me feel good. I'm not going to lie.
so it's all about the society. And the appreciation is like the reward that we want to get. Because
Then your
already,
pocket will be empty and you'll be getting the reward.
Oh,
so it's
Making
like
sense.
it's a psychology. See,
what
it's a
is
psychology.
what is wrong with you
Making
now?
a good
What
sense.
is wrong with
It's a
you?
psychological thing. Now, see, your pocket will be
Empty
empty,
and your parents
but
will be less bills, but appreciation. Yeah.
appreciation. So that way you were like,
Have you been to the club in Nigeria before?
of course,
They will be beating drum for you.
of course.
They will be
with-
beating drum.
with-
You'll be spending
and,
your money.
What's it, Fuminimoro? What do they call it?
You'll be spending your money.
They hype you to an extent where you're like,
That's
as-
it, though.
money will make another one tomorrow.
As
For
far as my
now,
pocket is empty,
for now,
my head is swelling.
you understand? So the thing is, that is also part of the problem that we need to focus on. Now we see that this thing we are talking about, the main idea for this topic which we are gathering, now we are seeing that it's not something that is given to us directly. It's a psychological thing.
Psychological that is built on the culture.
You see?
Which I think.
So now you're saying it's a psychological thing. No one gives you this direct responsibility.
Yeah.
Although there are some families where these direct responsibilities are due to the incapacity of the family. That's the parents.
That also happens.
They go out as early as 15, 14 to fend for the family. I was seeing a video of a guy that
I
actually.
think that's not child labor.
That is the same thing. That is what we're saying.
I
That
don't even want to
that is
talk
what
about
that
I
one is
came here for
another.
Goldberg.
That one is
No.
another level.
Child labor.
That is
It's
another level of
another level.
responsibility that they give them at a very early age because they are unable to